Week 7 covers Chapter 10 of the textbook, Reward Systems and Legal Issues. When employees understand the linkage between performance and reward, performance often improves. Pay plans can be established that clearly tie performance and rewards. Organizations should be aware, however, of the pitfalls in implementing those plans. Organizations should also understand the importance of non-financial rewards in addition to those monetary rewards. A good pay structure should be developed using the evaluation of the company's job descriptions and using market data. Organizations should understand the legal consequences of poorly implemented performance management systems and should work to mitigate the risk of legal action. These topics are discussed further in this presentation. There are two primary types of reward systems for employees. The traditional pay plan rewards employees based on their job position without consideration of performance. Under this system, seniority and pay ranges make salary determinations instead of the way the employee does the job. In contrast, the contingent pay plan, or pay for performance, compensates employees based on how well they do their work. Contingent pay plans can be in the form of a lump sum bonus, or variable pay as it's called, or it can be an amount added to the employee's salary. Using contingent pay plan allows the organization to establish criteria for good performance, to establish how employees can achieve good performance, and decide what rewards are possible with good performance. By understanding the linkage between good performance and rewards, employees are more likely to continue with good performance and improve it. Contingent pay increases motivation for employees to improve their behaviors and results. Employees should understand how their efforts affect results. This is called expectancy. Employees need to see the link between their performance and rewards, called instrumentality, and they should value the rewards that they're given, which is called balance. The formula for this is motivation equals expectancy times instrumentality times balance. If any one of these conditions is not met, then good performance is less likely to occur. When implementing contingent pay, organizations need to understand that pay only affects motivation and does not fix performance. If an employee does not have the declarative or procedural knowledge needed to perform the job, performance will not improve. Although contingent pay plans are positive and enable employees to understand how their performance is valued and rewarded, there are reasons why a contingent pay plan may fail. For example, if an organization has a poorly implemented performance management system, legal issues could occur from employees who challenge that plan because they believe it to be biased against them. If the performance management system rewards behaviors that are detrimental to the organization, employees may focus on those wrong behaviors instead of behaviors that will actually help the business achieve its goals. If the company does not differentiate between rewards for a high performer or an average performer, for example, giving a high performer 5% increase and an average performer 4%, the high performing employee may not view the extra effort as worthwhile, making the plan meaningless. Managers who are not held accountable for evaluating an employee's performance rating may inflate those ratings because it takes extra effort to actually performance manage. But the employees may also set easy goals in order to obtain those high ratings, so errors may occur. Executive pay may be much more than what the average employee receives, which negatively impacts morale. And finally, the last reason why contingent pay plans may fail is due to the fact that there's too much focus on the monetary reward Employees are motivated by money, but they also want jobs that are challenging and meaningful. Employees want more than just a paycheck. They want relationships with their managers and with their coworkers. Therefore, pay becomes just one factor that affects employee performance. Rewards affect action and should increase motivation for the employee to perform their job well. Praise and recognition can be as useful in motivating employees as money. Ultimately, rewards must be effective in increasing the replication of good behaviors and results that the company desires from the employee. For rewards to be effective, a good performance management system must be in place. This system must define what good performance looks like and how to measure that performance. Employees should be eligible for those rewards, and this should be all employees. But organizations should also be realistic with those employees about the amount of financial rewards available. For example, a small business should make sure that it tells its employees just how much that budget is for those rewards, so employees will not expect more than the company can actually give. Rewards should be visible to both the receiver and to other employees, especially for non-monetary rewards. Rewards should be based on performance and given soon after the desired result or behavior. You should watch, though, however, as an organization when adding rewards to salary, because that is irreversible. For example, if an employee were to receive a 3% increase on their salary for a good behavior and good performance and good results, that 3% would be replicated for the rest of their career at that job. If the next year they had poor performance, they're still able to gain from that 3% increase, even if they only got 1% the following year. So variable may be the way to go as far as the type of pay to give. This usually comes in the form of a one-time bonus, and that ensures that only the good behavior is rewarded and doesn't impact the employee in times of low behavior by that salary increase. And then finally, there's non-financial rewards. These are things such as commendations, letters of appreciations, dinners. These can have a very positive impact on employees. As I've said before, employees really need to see the link between the effort they put forth and the reward they get. They need to view these rewards as valued. Monetary rewards and non-financial rewards can be useful motivators for employees to perform well. We've discussed reward systems that are used in organizations, but organizations must also decide how to compensate their employees for just performing their jobs regardless of the reward system used. Part of establishing employee compensation involves conducting job evaluations, where the organization evaluates the knowledge, skill, and abilities needed for each specific job. There are 3 methods used in evaluating these jobs. These include the ranking method, classification method, and the point method. The ranking method is easy and fast to implement. This includes creating a job description for each job, comparing those job descriptions to determine a ranking order based on the importance of the job. Although the implementation is easy, if multiple evaluators are used, the jobs may have differing rankings based on the evaluator. In addition, the job ranking assumes that the differences between job 1 and job 2 are going to be equal, and this could create difficulties in determining pay differences. For example, if a maintenance supervisor is considered job 1 and a maintenance technician is considered job 2, then an electrician is considered job 3, the differences between those 2 jobs or those 3 jobs may not be equal, but job 1 and 2, the maintenance supervisor and the maintenance technician, may be more alike. The classification method has jobs combined into job classes or grades. Each job class contains several jobs with similar characteristics. This is a method that takes time, just like the ranking method, but the differences between the jobs may not be equal, like the ranking method. This does, however, allow for jobs to be easily placed within a class, and employees tend to view the classification method as a valid method for establishing pay. The last method is the point method. This method does take the most time to perform, but it is also the most accurate. For this method, you would take the job characteristics that are valued by the company. You would take each characteristic and scale it, usually on a 5-point scale. This will be based on the importance of that characteristic within the job. Each characteristic is given a percentage weight, and all characteristics add to 100%. The evaluator multiplies the points given for the characteristic by the percentage weight to determine a total points for the characteristic. These points can be used to develop monetary amounts. Market data is used to develop the compensation plan and ensures that the value given to each job is in line with the organization's peers. This method also provides for a comprehensive look in determining the relevance of the job to the organization. Regardless of how performance is rewarded or pay structure set, performance management systems need to be fair and legally sound. Rules and policies must be consistently applied to all employees. This will reduce the actual or perceived discrimination and minimize legal action. It's important to understand the concepts related to the performance management system in case of legal action. Employment at will gives the organization the right to terminate the employee at any time. In this situation, the employer may not need to document performance problems. The only out to this would be if an employee is working under a contract or the organization is actually documenting procedures that say you can only terminate for cause. If the employer is negligent in implementing a documented performance management system in the first place, legal problems can occur. If the employer discloses untrue or defamatory information about an employee's performance, this could also result in legal problems. When a poor performer is misrepresented to a future employer as being a good performer, then the past employer could be liable for that misrepresented information. When the performance management system unintentionally creates discrimination towards a protected class, adverse impact may occur. The text brings up the example of men and women in a fire department where there may be physical requirements that are more apt for men to be able to perform than women. And then finally, treating an employee in a discriminatory manner, such as giving a lower score to someone who's a different race or gender, can cause negative legal consequences. A good performance management system can minimize legal issues with clearly defined performance standards, job-specific standardized procedures for all employees, and communication to all employees about how the performance management system works. Questions for this week are as follows. Aguanas, 2013, describes multiple reasons why contingent pay plans fail. One such reason is that individuals may be motivated by more than monetary reward. Think about your current or ideal workplace. What type or types of intrinsic rewards motivate you in your current job or would motivate you in your ideal job? What could your supervisor do to improve on providing those intrinsic rewards? And then several legal principles are provided by Aguanas that may occur during litigation. Assuming the performance management system has been implemented correctly, how should we as Christians react when faced with a potential lawsuit where someone believes they have been treated unfairly?